Hey, hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Brooke. I'm an aspiring author documenting her journey, and this is the first video I've had in a really long time. So if you're new here, hi. If you're not new here, I'm so glad you stuck around, and this is gonna be a quick update of what's been going on. So here we go. Okay, this is my second time doing this, and this is exactly why. If that clip was like being recorded, what I meant by brain pruning. Okay, so let's get on with the updates. If you guys hear screaming, it's my two other kids. They are awake and they are totally fine. First, we are at a new location. This is where I'm probably most likely going to be writing in the meantime. This is our living room, and we are slowly renovating. And before, there was no ceiling and the arches weren't made, but now they're slowly getting done. We're not done yet. That's the thing, we're not done yet. But we're here for updates. I've given birth. I now have a 3-month-old. During this time, I have been really slowly recovering. I really took the time to just sit back and just spend time with my kids, specifically the newborn. He's not a newborn anymore, he's just baby. And I'm so glad I did. It has given me a lot of time to think about my writing, which I was actually doing some writing, but I was writing more for Substack, and I'm going to link it down below. It has been very therapeutic for me. It's a lot of the things that I'm going through, a lot of thoughts that I have. So if you want to check it out, check it out. If not, it's cool too. It's free. I don't think I'll ever like charge anything for it. It's just for me. It's like my morning pages, basically. But I've been thinking a lot about my writing, and my first project, Project BK, which is a eco fantasy about humans and giants and anything in between. And as I was thinking about working on that, and I was actually going to submit that to a contest before I went into active labor, but I could not because I was so uncomfortable, and then I went into labor the day after Valentine's Day. And it went by fast, like I said it would be, but I did not give birth in the car, thank God. Instead, I gave birth at the hospital. I even managed to walk around to get my labor going. But yeah, I think I'm glad I did submit it to a contest, because while I was recovering, I just think it would be so much better to do first POV for that one, because of the way it's going to be marketed. Just no matter what I think about it, it's going to be a young adult. Like no matter what, I think it's going to be a young adult. And as much as I want to make it adult, it's just, there's no way. It's young adult, and I think that's something I'm going to have to pick up later this year. And the reason why I'm going to have to pick it up later this year is because my brain cannot handle the thinking right now. And if you guys don't know, or maybe you guys do know, when you become postpartum, your brain literally prunes to make way for the survival of your baby. Like your focus be the baby. And so my brain is pruned, and sometimes words don't come to me, and I feel like when I'm typing, I feel like I have jelly fingers. So I don't have the brain capacity for that one. However, I have been writing with Project Divorce. I started doing that about 2 months postpartum. First month, I was just on and off, but I actually am almost done with the first draft. I have probably less than 20K to go. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter how many words you have in your first draft. What matters is just you finish it. And my cat decides to poop right now in her litter box, so I'm gonna pause it here. Okay, so I've been working on Project Divorce, which is a satirical romantasy or a comedic romantasy with all the tropes that I love. The one bed, the one horse trope, and the touch or die trope. And I'm doing it because, well, it's fun. Also, I just feel like this project. It has more of my voice, my kind of humor, and I'm definitely excited to finish it. It is going to be probably less than 50K in the first draft, which, by the way, does not matter. It doesn't matter because it's just the first draft, and I'm learning through it to not make it perfect and just make it enjoyable. And I am completely pantsing this one, and it seems like I work better that way with the first draft, to just pants it and then plan it later, or plants it, because I'm never like a strict plotter. I always kind of maneuver things around, and I tried to be a plotter. It just doesn't happen. So that is my goal, is to finish that in the next few weeks. But I don't know if it's going to happen because I only have pockets of time to actually write. And when I say that, I'm giving myself 2 days out of the week to write throughout the day. And that's not including when I write for Substack, because I'm trying to also do that like weekly for my sanity. Because not just am I writing, I'm also doing homeschooling. My oldest, who's 5, is going to start kindergarten in July, which I know is a weird month, but we're doing homeschooling / online schooling, and it doesn't have to be what everyone else does. So we're starting in July. My 3-year-old is starting homeschooling with me, and then of course I have a baby. And also put in the mix that we're most likely going to be traveling part-time this year, and I'm taking you guys with me. We are going to be back and forth somewhere in North Texas, and then coming back here in the southeast of Texas. So it's a lot of traveling, and I'm hoping to bring you guys with me, and so that you guys see what that looks like. And we don't really know how we're gonna live flying back and forth, or if we're gonna have an RV, or if we're gonna drive. It's just part of it. And the reason why, it's just my husband's job, and we all want to be together, and we don't want to be all over the place. So that's why that's happening. If you guys are nosy, curious, whatever you want it to be. But yeah, so there's that. But also, I'm also getting to, one of the goals that I have is to physically be strong again. And one of the reasons why I say that is because I love working out. I love building myself from nothing into something. And to me, that's really important, not just physically, but also mentally. That's why I do it. Because if I don't work out, if I don't lift weights, if I don't run, if I don't do something active, I'm literally gonna implode. So there's also that goal too, and that takes priority over writing sometimes. And that's why I'm only giving myself 2 days out of the week to do this. And I could easily write on my phone with ellipses, which is now what I use. However, my husband and I are trying to be more present, not just with each other, but with our family, by not being on the screen too much. So that's been hard for me, because it's what I use to keep myself awake in the morning when I'm doing late night feedings. So there's that. But yeah, I thought this video was going to be a little bit longer, but that's what's been going on in my life and in my writing. This channel is going to gear towards me finishing Project Divorce first, revamping Project BK, which is going to be a pain in the ass, and then also squishing in my postpartum journey for the 3rd time, because it is so different. Having 3 kids, so different. Most likely traveling, adjusting to 3 kids, and putting my first one into school, because I've never done online school before, so we're gonna all figure that out together. So that is my update. I hope I get to do more vlog style again, but if not, in the meantime, it's gonna be like this. But I do want to share parts of my life, and yeah, I'm just so glad that you're here. And if you're new, this is how it's gonna look like for a little bit, just all over the place, if it hasn't already been. So I'll see you guys soon. and hopefully do some live streaming, maybe. We'll see. Okay, all right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.